What's going on, everyone? My name is Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon Challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Radical Red, just like always. We're back to the classic Pokemon Radical Red, and today we'll be doing Can We Beat Pokemon Radical Red using only Leon's champion team. Now, if you guys do not know who Leon is the newest champion of the Pokemon series in Generation 8. He's the big Charizard fiend who just spams Charizard, and he actually has a pretty cool team, as you can see on the screen. Now, what we want to do is adjust it a little bit because his team varies based on the starter you have in the game, and we just want to eliminate that because we don't want to use the starter. The starters, I would say, in Generation 8 are pretty broken. I don't want to pick one of them and not include all of them because it doesn't make any sense. So I want to eliminate all of them and just use the rest of the Pokemon that are available to him, because there are 7 Pokemon that are on his team outside of the starters. Now, outside of that, the rules are I have to use only Pokemon that Leon has owned and basically in the game. And also, I cannot use items inside of battle. Radical Red forces me to play on set mode anyways, so a lot of difficult challenges. Held items are of course always allowed, and each of my Pokemon will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments. So here are the nicknames I've chosen for this challenge video. If you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my future challenge videos, just drop it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. And while you guys are down here, please don't forget to leave a like and comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and subscribe if you guys are not already. It'll greatly help my channel. Over 70%, I want to restate this, over 70% of people are watching my videos and not subscribe. I'm looking at you right now that not subscribe. You better subscribe right now. Click the big red button, click on the bell notification, and keep watching my videos. Anyways, let's get into the video itself. To begin off, we are not going to play on hardcore mode today. We are going to eliminate that. I'll tell you why in a bit. It's not really possible to beat hardcore mode with Leon's team. So first off, Leon's starter is actually a Charmander because he uses his Charizard like crazy. He actually has the Dynamax form on his Charizard, and we can't get that in Radical Red, so I don't want to substitute that with a Mega because that's not fair. That's not the same Pokemon at all. I'm not going to use a Mega Stone on this Charizard at all, so it's just a basic Charizard that's going to be on my team. We're going to restart until we get a decent nature. We want a plus attack nature, just for now of course. We're going to beat our rival in Professor Oak's lab and then train up our Charmander. I completely forgot. Radical Red hardcore mode has scarred me so much that I didn't know Brendan was this easy as a battle. So we cleared through that. We get the XP share where we overtrained for him, and then we're gonna go through Viridian Forest. In the game, Leon actually owns a Hacksters, so we're gonna go into Pewter City, and there's a patch of grass for us in here, and we can find ourselves an Axew. Now, Axew is available to us pretty early in the game. Unfortunately, it never actually gets Dragon Rage until like really later, so we can't even use that right. But we do get Breaking Swipe as we head into the battle against Faulkner, the first mini battle fight. We're gonna actually just get beat down, but we lower his attack stat on the Rufflet, and then we get a stat boost with our Charmander, and we're able to knock out the Rufflet. And again, with Ancient Power, thank God the creator of this put Ancient Power on our Charmander. We get another stat boost against the Corvusquire, and we're able to Fire Fang and knock him out, and we beat Faulkner. Next up, we're gonna head into Pewter City's gym, which is this does not go well at all. So we get an attack boost, and then we just lose. We cannot beat Brock at all. Brock is so strong for some reason. Like, these all attempts do not work out for me. I stayed here for about 10-15 minutes until we finally got a good enough run. So what we do is start the battle against Brock using our Axew. Axew's getting Breaking Swipe, lower the attack stat of the Geodude, survive the self-destruct pretty easily, put the Oran Berry on Axew so we could live any attack against the Onix. Then if we keep Breaking Swipe, the attack stat of the Onix will lower down a lot, so we can switch into our Charmander. Then he's forced out to switch into his Arcan, and I'm able to get an Ancient Power off. We need 2 stat boosts, which is a very rare chance. Yeah, I think there's a 1% chance of that ever happening, so that's why it took so long. Once we get 2 stat boosts, we're able to break, knock out the Onix pretty well. Just like that, and then the final Pokemon will be his Vulpix, and we can Ancient Power it down, and we beat Brock just like that. We do a little bit of luck, but I mean that's the only way we could beat Brock, and that's not even his full hardcore team, by the way. And that's how painful it was just for Brock. So I don't think I was going to be able to beat hardcore mode with these 2 Pokemon. We're gonna clear through Mount Moon real quick, get some more. We got a Charmeleon through this, and then we're gonna catch ourselves a Time Pole, which evolves into a Seismitoad, which is also on Leon's team. We're gonna look around until we get a Water Absorbing one. A Water Absorb is his hidden abilities. We're gonna capture one of those and put that on our team. Pretty useful because we're also going to go into Cerulean City where there is a water gym. But before we head into that, we're going to head into the Nugget Bridge, beat down our rival at the Nugget Bridge, and then we're going to train up in the routes to come. The cap level for this side is level 27, I believe. We're also going to catch ourselves an Abra, which is going to be useful in the future. It's not on Leon's team, but it's useful for a quest later on. And then finally we're gonna head into Cerulean City's gym. Now you can see all these attempts is not really working against Misty right now, so we have to go into the daycare center, and we're gonna put our Pokemons in the daycare and then keep running around. Each step gain is 1 XP towards Pokemon. So once we get our Pokemon up to level 30, we're gonna take them out of the daycare because that's 1 level away from them as not obeying us. So we're gonna take them out and then go into this raid den. Luckily enough, there's a Rhyhorn in here, and Rhyperior is on Leon's team, so we're gonna catch ourselves one of these for free. We have 4 team members on our team. We're gonna train up the Rhyhorn. I don't expect Rhyhorn to have too big of an impact on our fight against Misty, but just in case, we just gotta train up the Rhyhorn and then face off against Misty next. Now we're gonna start the battle against Misty using our Axe Shoot. We're gonna survive an Ice Punch easily, and then Rock Tomb down the Frogadier, and we're able to outspeed it now, so he's gonna switch out into his Floatzel, and then Dragon Claw will actually crit down the Floatzel, so we knock out the Floatzel with the Muscle Bend on it, so it's gonna knock out. Then it's gonna knock me out in Revenge Killing. After that, I'm gonna switch into my Charmeleon. Charmeleon's gonna live any attack it sends out at us. Then I'm able to Brick Break it, knock it out. Then it's going to send out its Lantern. I'm going to switch into my Palpitoad, which has Water Absorb and also does not get affected by electric moves at all. So this Lantern is completely useless against us. It only has really Icy Wind, so I'm able to Mud Shot it down and get an Aqua Wing up. So I'm able to get my HP back all the way to the top. And then it's going to send out a Starmie. I'm able to Mud Shot it down, basically eliminating all the speed it has on a Starmie. Eventually, he's going to knock me out using Side Shock, and then I'm going to send in my Charmeleon. I don't knock it out using Thunder Punch, but I get it paralyzed, so I can send in my Rhyhorn, and I'm able to Bulldoze and knock out the Starmie, and we get the second gym badge of the game. Surprisingly, I don't know how that happened. After that, we're going to head into Vermilion City and face off against Brendan once again. Beating down Brendan using my Rhyhorn and Charmeleon. We're going to get the Lucky Eggs after that, and then evolve our Pokemon slowly. And then we're actually going to head backwards into Pewter City. In this little house, we're able to trade the Abro that we caught earlier for a Mr. Mime. Now, Mr. Rhyme is actually on Leon's team, so we got 5 members on his team already. After that, we can also nickname it, but a surprising thing, I turn on minimum grinding to reduce the amount of grinding I need to do, but surprisingly, traded Pokemon has random IV stats, not even the perfect ones on minimum grinding, so they're actually worse Pokemon. Anyways, we're going to train up our Galarian Mr. Mime and then head into Lieutenant Surge's gym. We got very close to beating Surge into his Manectric has Hidden Power Grass, which destroys my Pokemon, so we got to restart. Now, to face off against Lieutenant Surge, we're going to start the battle. We're going to use our Palpitoad against his Pincurchin. Then I'm going to Mud Shot it down. Eventually, I'm able to survive Hidden Power Grass, luckily, and then knock it out using a second Mud Shot. Then I'm going to switch out my Palpitoad into my Charmeleon, absorb an attack, and then Ancient Power it down. Hopefully, I get it down to half HP. Then I'm able to send in my Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is able to force the Raichu into Nasty Plotting, which I can Icy Wind, which I can outspeed now, and then I can Encore it into Nasty Plotting. And then I can Icy Wind again, lower the speed of the Beagle, and then knock it out using Side Beam. Then it's going to switch out into his Bolton. I'm going to switch into my Palpitoad to sack it. Unfortunate. Then switch out into my Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn can survive an Ice Fang easily. Bulldoze it, lower his speed, get knocked out. Then sit in my Mr. Mime, knock it out using Side Beam. And for some reason, this Manectric, I survive an attack from it and then Hypnosis it down. Then I Icy Wind it. I Icy Wind it again. Then I Side Beam it, and it's still not waking up. So I'm able to Side Beam it once again, knock it out. And then the Raichu comes out, is going to try to Nasty Plot because it can't knock me out using Side Shock for some reason. So I'm going to Icy Wind it and then Encore it into Nasty Plot. And we beat Lieutenant Surge because he just threw. But our new member on our team, very helpful. Each new member is very helpful for our team. The first one actually basically helped us get through the Geodude. Then our Rhyhorn beat down Misty. And now our Mr. Mime knock out Lieutenant Surge, which is amazing. Anyways, we're going to head into Rock Tunnel. We're going to evolve our Pokemon. We're going to evolve our Seismitoad and our Charizard real quick. And you know, all the other Pokemon we need, Axew into a Fracture, you know, Rhyhorn into a Rhydon. Everything basically, and then Mr. Mime evolves to Mr. Rhyme. After we go through the Rock Tunnel, we're going to head into the Celadon department store where we get a Link Cable, evolve our Rhydon into a Rhyperior, as you can see, and then head into the next gym of the game. Now, the next gym of the game is going to be Erica's gym in Celadon City. It's going to be the Grass Gym. We're going to start the battle using our Mr. Rhyme against the Rillaboom. We're going to Hypnosis down the Rillaboom and then Freeze Dry it. It's going to wake up, Grassy Glide me, and almost knock me out. But luckily I have a Citrus Berry, and then Freeze Dry will knock him out. She's going to send out her Sudowoodo next. I'm able to Hypnosis it down and then switch into my Seismitoad. I know Seismitoad is not going to make a big difference, but Muddy Water actually lowers the attack stat of a Pokemon. So we're just going to do that on it. And then send in my Fracture. I'm able to Dragon Dance, and then Dual Chop will knock out the Sudowoodo with 2 of them. And then it's going to send out Superior. Somehow it outspeeds me. I have a Dragon Dance up, but you know what? It doesn't matter. After that, I'm able to send in my Charizard. I'm able to do Wing Beat and then Flame Charge, knock out the Superior. I'm able to outspeed the Meganium, and do Wing Beat will knock him out. Well, no, it doesn't knock me. He's gonna knock me out but I'm able to send in my Mr. Rhyme against her, so I could reflect the Giga Drain against her and then knock her out. Then it's gonna send on his Venusaur, and for some reason I didn't use Hypnosis, but it's gonna knock me out using Sludge Bomb, and I felt like I was gonna lose at this point. It's a Venusaur against my Rhyperior, but this thing doesn't hit moves. It misses Sleep Power twice and then just chokes the game away, and we beat Erica. I mean, like I said, the new Pokemon always works out. Rhyperior evolves, and now it's putting in work. Now the last two members of Leon's team will be in the game corner. They're both purchasable Pokemon for $100,000 each, so we gotta come back for a second trip. But our first trip, we're gonna buy ourselves a Honedge. We're gonna get the right nature on it, and then head into the Rocket Hideout, clear through the Rocket Hideout as fast as we can, get all the items, of course, get the rare candy, just beat down everyone, and then face off against Giovanni. Now Giovanni, our Rhyperior goes crazy against Giovanni. Rhyperior takes any amount of damage at all. Like, look at this, look at this. This is insane. Rhyperior destroys the Kangaskhan by it's surviving any move. And then we beat down Giovanni, and now we're gonna go back into the game corner where we're gonna get ourselves a Dreepy. Our final Pokemon will be a Dragapult on our team, but we're not going to use Dragapult just yet. I don't think it's that good right now because I can't get it fully evolved. As we clear through the Lavender Tower, just clear through it, get our levels, and then head into Silph Co. We're going to evolve our Dreepy, obviously, keep it in line with our other Pokemon, keep it up around the same level. And then realize it's not that good because I can't fully evolve it into after this gym, after this checkpoint where the cap level is lifted off. So I'm going to keep using my Haxorus, and thank God I keep using my Haxorus as we clear through Silph Co and we face off against a rival next. Now this rival battle fight goes really too easy. So we're going to Will-O-Wisp down the Staraptor. It's going to knock me out. Then I'm going to send in my Haxorus next, and I'm going to Dragon Dance in front of the Staraptor as he U-turns into his Electivire. I'm going to do Chop It, knock him out, and then he's going to send on his Blastoise. I'm going to Dragon Dance in front of him and Blastoise Shell Smash, and then I'm able to get another Dragon Dance off, and then Dew Chop will knock out the rest of his team. And this is why you cannot let me have Haxorus, because Haxorus is so broken. As you can see, we just cleared through our rival that easily. And then we're going to face off against Archer and Ariana next. We're going to clear through them pretty easily using our Seismitoad and our Mr. Rhyme in the back. And just like that, we beat Archer and Ariana. Well, I mean, Brendan did it with his Sceptile, but you know what? It is what it is. Next up, we're going to face off against Giovanni next, and we just get, we get boosted up with our Haxorus first, and we just don't look back after that. We just beat down everyone, and we clear through Giovanni, and that, Haxorus is just broken. We also go into Chuck's little dojo next to Saffron City's gym next, and of course, we clear through it using our Haxorus, because Haxorus is so broken. But I know technically I could replace any Pokemon on Leon's team, but I like everything on Leon's team. The only Pokemon I could really think about replacing is the Charizard with the Dragapult. Because Charizard without its Mega Stone and without its Dynamax form is not that good of a Pokemon. So I decided no, because Leon's whole gimmick is that he has a Charizard. So I don't feel right about replacing Charizard right now. So I'm going to keep the Charizard on the team. And eventually I'm going to switch out Haxorus for a Dragapult instead. Everyone else is good coverage. I don't need two Dragon types on my team. I would prefer it, but I don't think I need it. So I'm going to switch out Haxorus for Dragapult eventually after this gym. So we're going to face off against Sabrina next. Sabrina is going to be the 5th gym leader of the game. Also a double battle gym leader. We're going to start the battle using our Haxorus and our Rhyperior. And look at this destruction. Shadow Claw one-shots the Hatterene in the face. And then Expert Belt Mega Horn will knock out the NDD as well. Look at this. Just one shot completely knock out the first leads. And then it's going to send out is Crawdon and Porygon 2 next. I decided, should I switch out into my Seismitoad or not? I decided against it. I'm going to do Chop and then Hammer Arm almost knock out the Crawdon as he knocks out my Haxorus. Then I know the Trick Room's coming up and my Rhyperior is very slow, so I could send in my Charizard to Earthquake it. I could Earthquake anyone, do a lot of damage, knock out the Crawdon, and then Will-O-Wisp down to Porygon 2, and then switch out into my H-Slash, which will Smart Strike, knock out the Gardevoir for us, as I'm able to do a bit of damage to the Porygon 2. I'm trying to Will-O-Wisp down the Conkeldurr. Does not work out too well. I'm going to King Shield, use my H-Slash, as the two Pokemon knock out my poor Charizard. But basically, I just gotta switch out into my Seismitoad, and this battle is about done. So we're gonna knock out the Porygon 2 just like that. Now it's a 3v1 against the Conkeldurr, and then eventually we'll knock it out, and we get the 5th gym badge, and wow, that's crazy. And that is it. Pretty simple. Now, I know this is the end of the line for our Haxorus, but thank you so much for being on our team. Haxorus very much helped us through the entire game. It's sad to have to box him, but we need to upgrade and go into our Dragapult. Our Dragapult is going to have Dragon Dance, going to be a physical attacker. And also, we can go into Pewter City, down Cycling Road. Then we're going to search for lucky eggs in the grass over here using our little baby Dragapult. I actually don't know his name. And then we're also going to look for heart scales in a Vermilion City through this fishing rod technique. Thank you. Shout out to people who told me to do this instead of looking through Alomomolas in the Safari Zone. And then from there, we're going to train our Pokemon up all the way to 68 and then beat down Brennan using our Dragapult. Look at this. Dragapult is so disgusting. It's so broken. Look at it. It's doesn't even need a choice scarf. It's built in with a choice scarf. When I saw this in Generation 8, I was like, why is it so fast? It's an actual jet. Like, it's crazy fast. Like, I cannot believe how fast that thing is. But anyways, we're going to go through the Safari Zone. We're going to clear through the Safari Zone, get all our items. We're going to get Steel Wing for our Dragapult as well. And then from there, we're going to head into Fuchsia City's gym next. We're going to start the battle against Koga using our Dragapult, and then we're just going to Dragon Dance in front of it. It's going to U-turn out into his Greninja, but I mean, with a Life Orb, I'm going to Dragon Darts it, knock him out. And then it's going to send on a Swallow once again. Dragon Darts would knock him out. Then it's going to send on a Drapion. I should have actually just kept Dragon Dancing in front of the Swallow, but it was too late for that as I almost knock out the Drapion as he knocks me out in return. And then I'm like, okay, send in my Charizard. Should have really sent in my H-Slash just to knock it out using Shadow Sneak, but I wasn't really thinking. Take a hit from the Drapion, but I'm able to survive and knock him out. Then it's going to knock me out using his Toxicity. That has a G-Max form. Why does my Charizard have one? Am I missing out? Oh, wait, someone tell me if there's a G-Max form for me. Anyways, Earthquake on my Rhyperior will knock him out, and then he's going to send out his Dragon Ball. I live an attack from it, and then Metal Burst will knock him out. Goofy game. And then it's going to knock me out using a Selgor. I'm able to switch into my Mr. Rhyme and then sack it for some reason. Switch into my H/Destiny Bond for no reason. I'm just messing around now. Shadow Club will knock him out as we get the 6th gym badge. Next up, we're going to go back into Rock Tunnel and we're going to catch ourselves a Terrakion. I know, I'm really out of pocket, but we got to catch this Terrakion, go back into Chuck, show Chuck the Terrakion, and then Chuck's going to give us the Focus Sash, which we're going to need in the future. Now it makes all sense, right? Anyways, we're going to head into Cinnabar Island next. We're going to face out against Jasmine, and for some reason, our Seismitoad is super good against Jasmine. Just knocks out 3 of her Pokemon just straight up like that. We'll take care of the rest, and we get the Choice Band from Jasmine, which will be very nice with our Rhyperior. Then we're going to go south of Fuchsia City into Seafoam Islands, where we're going to beat down Price, and all we got to do is get boosted up using our Dragapult. Even Poison, it still knocks everything out, and we're able to knock out Price and get the Choice Scarf. And we got some really good items. I do not know how to get the Choice Scarf. I know I have to show someone, a gym leader, a high special attacker Pokemon, I think, something like that. Anyways, we're gonna face off against May next. I mean, not too much of a battle. I mean, we're just gonna beat down May. And the only annoying thing about May is the Breloom on the team that just keeps sporing my Pokemon. But that's about it. I mean, almost knock her out solely using my Mr. Rhyme. But we're gonna clear through that, clear through the Pokemon Mansion, get that done, and then face off against Blaine next. Now we're going to start the battle against Blaine, my newly Choice Banded Rhyperior, which is going to one-shot Torkoal in the head using Earthquake, avoiding Stealth Rock at all. And then it's going to send out his Mega Charizard. Why? I'm going to switch out into my Charizard itself. I'm looking for a Paralyze with my Thunder Punch, of course. That's all Charizard is, as you can see from the moveset. It's more utility. I should have put Defog on it, but never a situation where I need Defog, so I'm going to knock it out using my H-Slash using Shadow Sneak. Then he's going to send out Cinderace next. I'm able to switch out into my Rhyperior and then switch back into one of my Ghost-type Pokemon to catch it in a high jump kick. Unfortunately, my Rhyperior got caught with a burn. It's kind of tough, but it'd be like that. Anyways, it's going to knock out my Rhyperior. Then I'm going to switch into my H-Slash once again. Shadow Sneak will knock out the Cinderace. And then I still have my Focus Sash intact on my H-Slash. So I can take an Eruption from the Typhlosion. And then Destiny Bond will knock him out. Just like that. Typhlosion goes down, and we are able to send in our Dragapult against the Venusaur. We're in Dragon Dance in front of the Venusaur, get poisoned, which is unfortunate. This thing gets poisoned like every time, but I'm able to knock it out using my Dragapult and Sucker Punch. Then he's going to send on a Sunflora next. I'm able to Dragon Darts, knock him out. It's just like that. Why do you have a Sunflora? Bring out a Virizion or something. Anyways, we're going to beat down Blaine, and then we're going to head into Cerulean Cave next. In Cerulean Cave, we got to face off against Archer and Ariana, and boy, if you play hardcore mode, these guys are impossible to beat, I swear. Like, this back-to-back battle, really annoying. Anyways, we're going to beat down the Mammoth getting burned, and then our H-Slash will take care of the rest for us. And then against Ariana, all we gotta do is get set up using our H-Slash, and the game is over. I mean, that's about it. It never sucker punches me for some reason, and we got through it just like that. Next up, we're going to face off against Giovanni on our first attempt ever against Giovanni. All we gotta do is burn down the Scrafty. I got this technique down. Just got burned to Scrafty, and then just keep going forwards. That's about it. I can't use any priority moves, which is unfortunate, but I mean, most of the time Lance would just beat down the rest of our team. I mean, we can't do too much about it. Lance will take care of all the battles for us. Once we beat down Giovanni, all that is left is to face off against Claire. Claire's gonna be the 8th gym leader of the game, and we're gonna start the battle using our Aegis Slash against her. We're gonna start off Iron heading down to Aerodactyl and then Shadow Slinking when knocking her out. Then she's gonna send out her Dragovich. I have a water absorbing Seismic Toe in the back, which completely walls down Dragovich. The whole gimmick of Dragovich does not work against my Seismic Toe, so I'm able to burn down the Dragonite as well, which is kind of funny, and survive a Fire Punch from it because it's burned. Freeze Shard will knock him out. Then he can send out its Magnera, and I'm like, well, I don't have too many options for this thing. I send him a Dragapult, trying to bait in the Flurry Cannon. Switch out into my H Slash. I'm like, maybe a Shadow Claw, do something. Nah, didn't do anything. King Shield, I mean, switch out into his Dragovich, switch out into my Seismic Toe. Then I'm able to Earth Power it. For some reason, Claire thought it was a great idea to switch out the Dragovich into his Magnera into my ground type. So her Pokemon is basically dead at this point. Take my Flare Cannon. Should have switched out, but it's alright. Knock it out. That pain is gone. Now I'm switch out into my Rhyperior against the Naga and Adele. I'm going to survive a Sludge Bomb. Switch out into my Charizard. Take a Draco Meteor. Well, it doesn't take it well. It can knock me out. Then I'm going to switch it into my Rhyperior. Rhyperior will take a Draco Meteor itself, and then Earthquake will knock him out. And then the Dragovich comes out next. I take a Fission Run very easily. Then I'm getting Earth Power, knock out Duraludon, and all that's left is the Dragovich that choke away the battle as we knock it out using our Aegis Slash, and we beat Claire. Next up, we're going to face up against Gary in our second to last fight against him. And all we do is Will-O-Wisp down to Staraptor. Switch out into our Dragapult, get boosted up against him, and that's it. He's stuck in Quick Attack. He doesn't want to do anything else. And I'm able to Dragon Darts everything on his team, as you can see. That is so painful. Same thing with Brendan. I switched out into my Dragapult against Brendan. Get some burn damage on his Pokemon, and then for some reason his Zapdos gets stuck using close combat against my Dragapult. And then once I'm done boosting up, I can Dragon Darts and knock out his Huntail, and then he still doesn't attack me using his Zapdos. So the whole point of it doesn't make sense, and we beat down his entire team. The more important battles are coming up in Victory Road, not against my rivals, against these people. These people are so broken. These guys are so powerful in the Victory Road. Victory Road is so much difficult. You have to fight 5 to 6 trainers. I actually blacked out 4 times against these people, which is incredible. I never had the issue of fighting against these trainers and never had a problem. Now I have to buy healing items. I've never bought healing items until I went into Victory Road, the new updated Victory Road. But once we clear through that, finally, we're gonna face off against, the classic man with his Shed Ninjas. We're gonna clear through that and then put the rare candies on our Pokemon right before we head into the Elite Four. We put some other moves on our Pokemon, and then once we are done, we are ready to face off against the Elite Four. Start off facing off against Lorelei, which is going to be the Water and Ice type Elite Four member. We're going to start off using our Charizard and our Mr. Mime. We're going to sack our Charizard the first turn, try to Hypnosis down the Poliwrath, and then try to put all the attention on our weak Charizard, obviously. Then switch out into our Dragapult. We're going to try to get as many Dragon Dances up as we can as they target down my Mr. Rhyme. Send in my Rhyperior. Hopefully they just attack that thing, and they do just attack my Rhyperior. Don't get burned on the Scald, and I'm down to 3 Pokemons already, and I'm like, you know what, just maybe one more Dragon Dance, as I Earth Power down the Poliwrath, trying to do some more chip damage. I survive with a little red HP on my Dragapult, and I think it's time to Dragon Darts. Dragon Darts would knock out the Politoed and the Poliwrath, thankfully. Then he's going to switch out into his Kyogre and his Swampert, which is also nice. I'm a Dragon Darts. It's not going to knock down either one of them, but it's going to knock them down to low HP, where the Swampert's Earthquake would knock out my Dragapult and her Kyogre. And with the Skull Burn, the Swampert is basically useless, as she sends out his Kingdra next, and this is why I won. This Kingdra decided to use Muddy Water against me, and I have Water Absorb, so I regain HP as she attacks me, and I don't think I could lose this battle at this point. I Shadow Sneak, knock out the Swampert, and then survive the Muddy Water. And now I'm going to King Shear up, and then I'm going to Scald down the Dragovich, hoping for a burn. If I get a burn, the battle is basically over, and I get a burn, and she's still recovering me, so it should be over. I try to Destiny Bond, does not work. Doesn't matter though, because free regen against her. I'm going to knock out the Kingdra, and then eventually knock out the Dragovich, as you can see. And we beat down Lorelei because she decided to just heal my Pokemon. Anyways, next up we're going to face off against Bruno. Bruno's going to be the fighting type Elite Four member. We're going to start the battle using a Charizard once again. We're going to do Wing Beat because he has a Choice Scarf on, so we got Outspeed the Infernape and knock it out. Then he's going to send out Zacian next. I decided to switch out into my H Slash, take down any move because he has a Focus Dash on, and then Destiny Bond to Destiny Bond it. Can knock me out. Boom, take down the Zacian, big threat. Then I decided to switch into my Rhyperior for some reason. I should have Metal Bursted here, would have knocked him out right now, but 2 Earthquakes would knock out the Conqueror. I forget I have Metal Burst. Metal Burst is basically a metal version of Counter. So I mean, I could have done that. But Lucario knocks me out as I send in my Seismitoad. Swords Dance? Why would you Swords Dance? People underestimate Seismitoad. It's annoying. So I'm going to Earth Power, knock out the Lucario, and then switch into my Dragapult, which I can outspeed it using Draco Darts. I mean, it can't do too much. Then it's going to send out as Urshifu. I'm going to sack my Dragapult, which pretty dumb move, but I'm sack it. Switch out into my Charizard, survive a Wicked Blow, and then Dual Wing Beat will knock him out. And Dual Wing Beat almost knocked out the Comb Roll. Oh, Charizard could have done something, but it didn't. Mr. Rhyme cleans up as we beat Bruno, and we head into the next Elite Four member. Yeah, the next Elite Four member will be against Agatha. We're gonna start the battle using our Dragapult against Agatha, and oh my god, this is over. I'm a Dragon Dance in front of Zoroark as it taunts me, and this is so sad to see. I'm a Dragon Darts knock out the Zoroark, and I'm like, Dragon Darts knock out the Spectrier. I'm trying to do some damage against it. Completely knocks him out. I should use Phantom Force him, thinking back, but that's about all I can do. Dragon Darts almost knock out the Silvally as he knocks me out using Motor Strike. Then I'm able to knock out the Silvally using my Charizard. I'm not going to sack my Charizard. I'll keep that thing for later as I send in my Seismitoad. Seismitoad can do a bit of damage against the H-Slash. Almost knocks him out, but he's so annoying with his H-Slash with the Toxic Stalling. I know I did it. I had a whole video of using it, but he's so annoying using that. But I send in my own H-Slash. Shadow Sneak will knock him out, as you can see from that. Then he's going to send out his Marshall. I'm able to King Shield up. Who's in the left? I'm just going to Destiny Bond it. And it's a good move because I would have died in 2-shot against the Spectral Thief. So luckily I Destiny Bonded, knock out the Marshadow, and then it's going to switch out into his Mega Gengar. I'm going to switch out into my Mr. Rhyme. It's going to get knocked out by Shadow Ball, but luckily Rhyperior is in the back, and Rhyperior could live any move it throws at me, and Earthquake would knock him out in 1 shot. And we beat Agatha. Luckily it didn't have Hypnosis. That would have been bad if it had Hypnosis. But anyways, we're going to face off against Lance next. Lance is going to be the second to last Elite Four member. We're going to start the battle using our H-Slash against him, because he can start the battle using his Aerodactyl, of course. We're going to Iron Head him, then Shadow Sneak, knock him out. So it's already a 6-5. That's it. It's already a 6-5. Then he's going to send us Melmetal next. So I switch into my Charizard, avoid the Earthquake, and then Will-O-Wisp to burn it. Then switch into my Rhyperior, and then misclick the Rock Slide. Maybe I was looking for the Dragonite, but I thought I was going to switch into Dragonite or something, because I don't know why I misclick into Rock Slide, but it works out because it's going to switch into his Dialga. I get a burn on it. It's going to knock out my Charizard, which is fine. So I switch into my Rhyperior once again. This time I'm going to get Earthquake it, do a lot of damage to it, and then I'm like, it's going to be annoying. It's going to Roar Time me again. I'm just going to Iron Head it. Does not Roar Time me after all. So I'm going to Shadow Sneak it and knock him out, which is completely fine with me. Then for some reason, I Destiny Bonded against Melmetal, and then it's going to knock me out using Double Iron Bash, but it doesn't take him down, which doesn't make any sense, which I'm confused about. Anyways, I'm going to send him my Seismitoad, which he can switch out into his Dragonite, and I got a burn on it. This is going to knock me out, which is fine. So I can switch into my Dragapult next, get a Dragon Dance in front of him. He's going to hit himself in confusion, and I'm like, this battle is over. Take my chances. Dragon Darts will knock him out. Dragon Darts outspeeds their Dragovich and knocks him out. And there's a Melmetal right there. I mean, Phantom Force will knock him out. Oh, I'm greedy. I get greedy with it. Dragon Dance in front of him, and then Phantom Force will knock him out. And then Dragon Dance will knock out his Mega Salamence as we beat Lance. And now we're going to head into the final battle of the game, the Champion Room. Now, in the Champion Room, we actually end up losing a very close battle. As you can see, we beat down the Eternatus, but the Pheromosa knocks me out, and the Darmanitan in the back also knocks out my Dragapult, and we lose the battle. But we're going to come back. We'll come back better. We're going to start the battle against Gary, starting with our Charizard against his Pheromosa. He's going to switch out into his Groudon, obviously. So I'm going to switch out into my Rhyperior. Rhyperior could live any attack the Groudon throws at me, and I could Earthquake him, knock him out. Then he's going to switch out into Yveltal next. I'm choice betted in, so it's a bad move to stay in. So I decided to switch out into my Mr. Rhyme. Now he's going to try to Sucker Punch me. I'm able to Hypnosis him down. Then I'm able to Freeze Drive, and then he's going to wake up, obviously. Hypnosis caught him off guard. He's always going to try to Sucker Punch me, so I'm just going to try to keep Freeze Driving him. He's going to switch out into his Metagross next. I'm going to switch out into my Rhyperior. He's going to knock me out using Meteor Mash. And then I'm going to switch out into my Seismitoad, which is going to burn him using Scald, and then Earth Power him will knock him out. Then he's going to send out his Pheromosa. I'm like, who should I switch into? I'm going to switch out into my Charizard, take a Triple Axle Kick. I can outspeed him using Dual Wing Beat, but he's going to send out his Eternatus. I can do about half damage to him using Dual Wing Beat. And then I'll switch out into my Dragapult, which will finish him off using Dragon Darts. And then he's going to switch into his Darmanitan. Then I'm gonna set up my H slash in front of the Dark Manton. I'm able to Iron Head it, knock him out. As he sends out his Yveltal, I'm able to Iron Head that thing and knock him out as well. Since I was Pheromosa, I mean, nothing too much. I mean, I could Iron Head it, about knock him down to his Focus Sash, and then Shadow Sneak will knock him out. As we beat Gary, and wow, Leon's team is absolutely insane. Like, it's actually really good. Like, thank you so much for suggesting this team. I was debating if this team was even good enough because the first gym leader didn't start off too well, as we had only Charmander and an Axew, but eventually our Pokemon just became so strong. It's not even, I didn't even need to like boost up each battle. Our Pokemon took care of business. Like, Seismitoad came in clutch against all the Dracovish we come against, even against Lorelei. Lorelei had like 4 or 5 Pokemons up against us, and somehow we pulled through and we beat down Lorelei. I mean, all our teams have special moments. I gotta say, Mr. Rhyme kind of fell off a little bit. I wasn't that useful in the Elite Four, but very useful throughout the game. And Rhyperior, I mean, took care of threats. Obviously, Destiny Bond, H slash, can't go wrong with that. Charizard could have a little more impact, but I mean, it did the most it can. It also burned a lot of Pokemon, and also took care of Bruno a lot of times, so can't complain about that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and subscribe if you guys are not already. It really help my channel. Anyways, my name's been Alpha. Hope you guys all had a great day. I'm out. Peace.